Good morning. Oh, let's see, is this mic live? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone this fine Friday morning? Wonderful. You look excellent. I see smiles, and that is a gift. My name is Stacia Pascal, and I have the honor of welcoming you to You Know It Like a Poet. I really appreciate you prioritizing this time from your very busy schedules, and those of you joining us online. Hi, welcome. Hopefully my mom. She's watching too. This is the beauty of technology, right? I love it, I love it, I love it. So thank you so much for joining us. I want to share a couple of words with you because it is a poetry event, right? And when people tell you that you have the mic, you got the mic, what can they do but let you have the mic? So I want to share something with us as we level set and get ready for this time of poetry. There is no fuller or grander gift than the undeserved endowment of the present. Fall in love with being alive today. If our focus is fixed on the remote possibilities of tomorrow, we will never be captivated by the wonder of today. So please be fully present in this moment. I invite you to enjoy today and know that this time is for you. So you're probably wondering, why are we here? What is our purpose? So we are here for this poetry event so that we can celebrate Black History Month, and the theme for this month is contributions of African Americans to labor and culture. And in order for us to align to this theme, we wanted to feature powerful poetry from renowned Black poets who have inspired and supported Black and African American communities. Through their words, these poems highlight the importance of labor, resilience, and the enduring impact of the African American culture on society. This event offers staff an opportunity to reflect on the rich history and ongoing contributions of African Americans throughout history. So thank you for prioritizing this time. Now, if you've ever been to a poetry event, you know that it has a vibe, right? You got snaps. And if you've ever been to a Black event, you know call and response is how things work, right? And if you don't know, don't worry. I'm here to help you because educators, we make sure you're successful. So call and response, I say something, which then sparks you to say something in response. So our call and response for today, it's very simple. I'm gonna say, you know it, and then you're gonna say, like a poet. Look at, see? GT, GT, GT. All right, let's try it again. You know it. Ooh, I need you to make sure that it's got the right vibe, right? I mean, it's a Friday. After this, we have the whole weekend. Is it cold outside? Yes, but that means nice warm cups of coffee. So let's try it again. You know it. Okay, so then I want us to have the vibe of you know it. Oh my goodness. All right, let's try it again. You know it. You know it. Okay, because I gotta set the stage because the people that are emceeing for you, it's not me. I know, you're like, it's okay. Are my good friends in D9. Now, is this a D9 event? No, but am I gonna miss an opportunity to uplift the Divine Nine? Of course not, because as a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, I didn't wanna miss this opportunity because as a Divine Nine member, we are about service. And so this is another opportunity for us to bring together people in service of celebration and recognition of the amazing contributions of these poets. And so now I'm gonna bring forth for you my Divine Nine brother, who is a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Frankie Mendoza, and my soror, Dr. LaTanya Amerson. Oh, bring them up, thank you.
I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes. But I laugh, and I eat well and grow strong.
We begin today's gathering with the words of Langston Hughes, whose poetry speaks to the strength and resilience of the African American experience. Let these words guide us as we listen to each poet share their truth. I'd like to welcome up first Dr. Adrienne Aldaco. She's going to be reciting Caged Bird by Maya Angelou.
Good morning, everyone. As mentioned, I'm Dr. Adrienne Aldaco, and I'm honored to read Caged Bird by Dr. Maya Angelou, inspired by Paul Laurence Dunbar's poem, Sympathy. A freed bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream to the current ends and dips his wings in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings of a fearful trill, of things unknown, but longed for still. And his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird sings and stands on the grave of dreams. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings of a fearful trill, of things unknown but longed for still. And his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You know it? All right, coming up to the stage, our next poet, performing Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. Let's give it up for Danita Caldwell and Angie McCarter.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Still I Rise by Dr. Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise.
Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room?
Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope spring high, still I rise.
Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries?
Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard? 'Cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my backyard.
You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise.
Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs?
Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise.
Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide.
Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise.
I rise.
I rise.
You know it? Next, we're going to hear an original piece by our very own Dr. Katrina Bailey. She is going to be joined by Victoria O'Neill, and we're going to hear the penned words titled Beyond the Horizon, Black Hands, Black Futures, again by Dr. Katrina Bailey.
Morning, everyone.
All right, you ready? Yeah. Okay. Beyond the Horizon, Black Hands, Black Futures by Dr. Katrina Bailey. Past, built from struggle. They labored in fields, in factories, in mines, built cities that shimmer, laid railways in lines. With hands that carved, with minds that dreamed, they forged a world where hope still gleamed. Through through storms of struggle, chains, and strife, they fought for wages, fought for life. From washerwomen to steel and seam, their labor stitched the nation's dream. Through picket lines and union calls, they stood as giants broke the walls. Randolph's march, a fearless stand for labor's worth and justice planned. From Harlem's lights to Delta's fields, their hands laid brick and their will was steel. Though doors were shut, though paths were blocked, they built their own, the gates unlocked.
Present, claiming the future. Now we rise in glass-clad towers, coding futures, claiming power. Teachers shape the minds to see. Healers build new destinies. We lead in science, space, and trade. Break the barriers, unafraid. Through justice halls, through music sound, Black laborers turn the world around. We own the boardroom, we own the stage, redefining every age. Athletes, scholars, poets bold, a bright future, a tale retold. In every field, in every way, we stand, we work, we shape the day. The labor of our past still thrives. Within our hands, the dream survives. Future beyond the horizon. What lies beyond the stars so bright, a future shaped by Black insight. We craft new worlds, design, create, rewriting fate, we innovate.
No longer bound, no longer still, we bend the past to shape our will, a legacy that soars in flight, Black labor shining in the light.
We build with thought, with voice, with fire, inventing ways to climb up higher. A world where wealth and wisdom grow, where every child is free to glow.
The cosmos calls, the circuits hum, we send our brilliance past the sun, not just in fields or hands of toil, but minds that dream, that think, that coil.
So when they ask who built today, tell them we did and led the way.
Ooh, you know it? Coming up to the next on the mic. I've always wanted to say that real cool. New Day's Lyric by Amanda Gorman. Let's give it up for Adrian Wilson and Darla Coy.
Good morning. A New Day's Lyric by Amanda Gorman. May this be the day we come together. Mourning, we come to mend. Withered, we come to weather. Torn, we come to tend. Battered, to come to better. Tethered by this year of yearning, we are learning that though we weren't ready for this, we have been readied by it. We steadily vow that no matter how we are weighed down, we must always pave a way forward. This hope is our door, our portal. Even if we never get back to normal, someday we can venture beyond it to leave the known and take the first steps. So let us not return to what was normal, but reach toward what is next.
What was cursed, we will cure. What was plagued, we will prove pure. Where we tend to argue, we will try to agree. Those fortunes we forswore, now the future we foresee. Where we weren't aware, we're now awake. Those moments we missed are now these moments we make. The moments we meet and our hearts once all together beaten, now all together beat.
Come, look up with kindness yet, for even solace can be sourced from sorrow. We remember not just for the sake of yesterday, but to take on tomorrow. We heed this old spirit in a new day's lyric. In our hearts we hear it. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, behold, sang time this year. Be bold, sang time, for when we honor yesterday, tomorrow ye will find, know what we fought need not be forgot, nor for none. It defines us, binds us as one. Come over, join this day just begun. For whatever come together, we will forever overcome.
You know it? Like a poet. So this next one is special. Not that they all aren't, but this next poem was written by a senior from Aikens High School by the name of Jaden Rooks. The title of his poem is I'm Feeling Black Power, and it's going to be shared with us by LaToya Edwards and David Simon.
Good morning.
You gotta look at it. You ready?
I'm feeling black power.
Black power, fists in the air, armed with a revolution, loaded with knowledge.
Black power, fists in the air, from the Constitution to credit scores. Racism is still very evident in many of America's systems, continuing to be the source of the various injustices faced by the Black community. Although Blackness is more than a struggle, as we are excellence, strength, beauty, and resilience. We are scholars, musicians, educators, poets, artists, organizers, activists, farmers, ranchers, government officials, administrators, creators, and most importantly, a community of diversely individual people. We still are the aftermath of hurt and pain.
Born into my generation's certain wave of racial discriminations, I am not content with the future in this country. As Huey P. Newton puts it, the young always inherit the revolution. When I think of revolution, I see Malcolm X. I see the Black Panther Party. I see those impatient for change. I see the power of knowledge and the mighty tongue.
I see the brothers and sisters of civil rights movement. I see organization and unity rising up for a bigger cause.
Black power, fists in the air. Though I have my woes, I am somehow still passionate about change, an itch for equality. With this fire in my soul, flickering, being put out and reignited time and time again.
The extremes will build up into something more explosive, an idea, visions of a destructive impact, a continuum of Black militant activism, not to kill or to climb government buildings. More like a woke mindset, where I'm seeing reparations.
I'm seeing the destruction of racist institutions.
I'm seeing major sacrifice.
I'm seeing organized communities.
I'm seeing not only reform, but completely new non-racist systems being put in place.
I'm seeing smarter ways to run a country.
Less corrupt and less money hungry.
More built upon inclusive survival.
I'm seeing the fall of America as it is.
Uncle Sam decimated. And the rise of a more accountable, anti-racist, consensuant, safe, and overall truly unified nation.
That is what I want to see come true in my lifetime.
Less contentment and more uncomfort to confront the deep issues within our country. I want to start being the change I want to see in the world.
To pursue justice by any means necessary. Thank you.
Wow, very powerful. Let's give it up one more time for I'm Feeling Black Power by Jaden Rooks, an Aikens High School student. All right, so we have back-to-back poems. The first one is Eagle Trippin' by Nikki Giovanni, and I Am a Black Woman by Mari Evans, being presented by Shakira Hamilton Adams and Victoria Cerda.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And another shout out for Jaden Rooks. Woo. Right. I was born on the Congo. I walked to the Fertile Crescent and built the Sphinx. I designed a pyramid so tough that a star that only glows every 100 years falls into the center, giving divine, perfect light. I am bad. I sat on the throne drinking nectar with Allah. I got hot and sent an ice age to Europe to cool my thirst. My oldest daughter is Nefertiti. The tears from my birth pains created the Nile. I am a beautiful woman. I gazed on the forest and burned out the Sahara Desert. With a packet of goat's meat, a change of clothes, I crossed it in 2 hours. I'm a gazelle, so swift, you can't catch me. For my birthday present when he was 3, I gave my son Hannibal an elephant. He gave me Rome for Mother's Day. My strength flows ever on.
My son Noah built new ark, and I stood proudly at the helm. As we sailed on a soft summer day, I turned myself into myself and was Jesus. Men intone my loving name, all praises, all praises. I am the one who would save. I sow diamonds in my backyard. My bowels deliver uranium. The fillings from my fingernails are semi-precious jewels. On a trip north, I caught a cold and blew, my nose giving oil to the Arab world. I am so hip, my errors are correct. I sailed west to reach east and had to round off the earth as I went. The hair from my head thinned and gold was laid across 3 continents. I am so perfect, so divine, so ethereal, so surreal. I cannot be comprehended except by my permission. I mean, I can fly like a bird in the sky.
I am a Black woman. The music of my song, some sweet arpeggio of tears, is written in a minor key. and I can be heard humming in the night. Can be heard humming in the night.
I saw my mate leaping, screaming to the sea, and I, with these hands, cupped the life breath from my issue in the canebrake. I lost Nat's swinging body in the rain of tears, and I heard my son scream all the way from Anzio. For peace he never knew. I learned Da Nang and Pork Chop Hill in anguish. Now my nostrils know the gas, and these triggered, tired fingers seek the softness in my warrior's beard.
I am a Black woman, tall as a cypress, strong beyond all definition, still defying all place, time, and circumstance, assailed, impervious, indestructible. Look on me. Look on me. Look on me and be renewed. Thank you.
It's getting to the point where I'm having chills. You know it? Because I have the honor of introducing the original pieces today, we have another one penned by Dr. Brett Lee. It's entitled Miss Maddie. Dr. Lee, the mic is yours.
There is an American spiritual that many of you know, and part of it goes like this. Glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my, I hear you, burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burdens down. Maddie was molested, so she ran away. She didn't have much education, but she knew how to pray. Made her living on the railroad. She did okay. Settled down in New Orleans, the Big Easy. I remember her house smelled like fried catfish and farina. For those who don't know farina, query Siri, keyword grits. She didn't have all of her teeth, but $1 million smile you were guaranteed to be greeted with. She had this strange way of making strangers feel like long-lost relatives. She didn't have any kids nor a spouse of her own, but this woman owned how to love. She could show me love with her Creole cooking. She showed me love with those down-home Southern greetings like, baby, come on by this here house. You know I ain't seen ya in years. She could show you love with her goodbye hugs, more so evident in those held-back tears. And if our years are measured by the way that we handle the bad hands that life has dealt us, then very well this woman played. It's as if she started off life bidding blind 7, but made each book with no aces, jokers, or spades. But my friend, that's not even the half of it. This runaway from a sharecropper's sin was now a senior citizen who was illiterate. But that wouldn't stop Miss Maddie. No, not one little bit, for she'd memorized every single 7-digit rotary combination of every single person in New Orleans that she kept in touch with. Now, on the surface, that might sound like the simple life, but to me, that's got to be the master stroke of genius. And if my mind serves me correctly, it was one of those hot and muggy summer days in June as the orange-red glow descended into her sitting room, illuminating the pictures of the men that she held in high esteem. It was like Miss Maddie's very own personal wall of fame. At the tip top, the picture of Jesus, hands poised to pray, Gethsemane gaze. At the lower left, the picture of JF, and the lower right, MLK. And I guess it's true what they say. The things that we hang most high are those things that we hold most high. For where your treasure is, there your heart beats also. And today, it's all so clear to me. Her life was like freight trains she cleaned from the age of 14 to 60, ever so slow to get moving, and anger. But once on track, not ceasing for any person, place, or thing that's not part of her healing, but still taking time out daily as if on schedule to pick up people who need to be taken in the same direction that she was heading. All aboard! Last stop! Final destination, heaven. Jehovah Jireh, my provider, I thank you for this slice in time that you allowed me to delight in your spirit via the reflection of your most resilient servant. I affectionately remember today Miss Maddie.
Let's give it up one more time for the original piece, Miss Maddie, read to you by Dr. Britt Lee. Woo. You know it? Coming to the mic, presenting Sorrows Is Not My Name by Ross Gay, performed by Jack McCavick and Dr. Juan Haney.
Sorrow Is Not My Name by Ross Gay.
In Response to the Young Who Want to Die by Gwendolyn Brooks.
No matter the pull toward brink, no matter the florid deep sleep awaits, there is a time for everything. Look.
Just this morning, a vulture nodded his red, grizzled head at me, and I looked at him, admiring the sickle of his beak.
Then the wind kicked up, and after adjusting that good suit of feathers, he up and took off, just like that.
And to boot, there are, on this planet alone, something like 2 million naturally occurring sweet things. Some with names so generous as to kick the steel from my knees. Agave.
Persimmon.
Stickball.
The purple okra I bought for $2 at the market. Think of that.
The long night. The skeleton in the mirror. The man behind me on the bus taking notes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But look, my niece is running through a field calling my name. My neighbor sings like an angel, and at the end of my block is a basketball court.
I remember.
My color's green. I'm spring.
All right. I want to just give a round of applause to all the poets and the attendees for their time and energy today. I want to thank you all for your incredible poets and for sharing the voices with us today. I want to thank all the poets personally. Thank you so much. What an honor it has been to listen to such powerful words here today. We hope this inspires you as we move forward in our own journeys. As a quote from Maya Angelou, we may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated.
There is one poet that was not able to join us today, but I would like to lift her name of the space as she had the desire. Katrina Montgomery is working on behalf of us all right now. She had planned to recite Mother to Son by Langston Hughes, so can we at least acknowledge her in her absence as she decided to be here? As we conclude today's event, let us carry the words of Maya Angelou with us, that while we may face obstacles, our strength lies in never being defeated by them. Thank you again for a very momentous occasion and day. And I'm going to welcome back to the stage to close us out my lovely soror, Stacia Pascal.
I am so grateful, so grateful. You know, when you have the honor of leading a work that is so strong and so deep embedded into who you are, it is a part of the legacy that you want to leave, because every day when you have the gift of breath in life, you want to make sure that you pay for that gift in the work that you do and the legacy that you leave. And I cannot express with words the honor it has been to work with this committee. As the leader of our Black History Month Planning Committee, people think, wow, that is amazing. And what is amazing is when you allow people to be and grow and flourish. When Frankie came with the idea, I was like, okay, sure. And you want to have intentionally two different people sharing these words. And one thing that I appreciate about everyone that served on this committee is that their vision of what this experience could be district-wide was so much bigger than anything we set out for. And as we stand in 2025 with the uncertainty of where we will be next, I am so grateful for today, because there is not a promise of tomorrow, and there is not a promise of being able to have this type of experience again. To see the talents of my colleagues, to hear their stories, to share, it is a gift that I will forever hold, and I am so grateful to our hosts and the committee that came together for this to happen. So as we depart, I don't want us to miss an opportunity to touch and be in community with each other. So if that's a fist bump, a grabbing of hand, a hug, please do that, because the gift of today is so precious, and I am so grateful that we said that today, this is who we are, and this is what we will do. So thank you all for being here and making this time so precious. And I don't want to leave without uplifting Jaden Rooks. Y'all, we have talent. We have so much talent here in the district. So thank you again, LaToya, because man, she is the student whisperer. And if there's a place for a student voice to come in, she's gonna find it. So thank you so much. Thank you all that have joined us. Enjoy your day and be purposeful, be kind, and know that today is a gift. Thank you.
Well, that concludes our event. If I could have all the poets and all the committee up here for a photo shoot, so that way we can get a photo together as a team and family. So come on up. And again, this concludes our event.